Falls gets a lot of the fame and glory, but Virginia Falls is actually twice as tall. It also features the same impressive single-drop style of waterfall. It doesn't jump around or change direction.
Olá pessoal, sejam bem-vindos ao meu canal. Meu nome é Natália, mas você pode me chamar de Nath. Eu adoro reagir e aprender sobre outros países, especialmente aqueles bem diferentes do meu, em termos culturais e econômicos. Então, se você gosta desse tipo de conteúdo, fica à vontade para se inscrever. Vou adorar ter você por aqui. Bom, nesse vídeo eu vou reagir a 10 melhores cachoeiras no Canadá. Então é isso, sem mais delongas, e vamos para a reação.
What is it about a waterfall that is so mesmerizing? There's something transfixing about watching water flow endlessly over rock. If you're the kind of person that could happily stare at free-falling water for hours on end, then you'll definitely want to explore these best waterfalls in Canada. Fun fact, there are over 1,700 named waterfalls in Canada, and probably many more that haven't been officially charted. In a country rich with waterfalls, it wasn't easy to pick the best of the best, but we think you'll agree that those that made this list are pretty special. Some are insanely high, others spill an unimaginable volume of water. Others still are surrounded by pristine wilderness, setting a backdrop so magical that you might feel the need to pinch yourself. No, this isn't a dream, it's real Canadian life. While some of the waterfalls on this list can be seen from the window of a car, others will require you to hike, sometimes for several days. Some take you to the base of the waterfalls, other times you'll get to see the view from the crest. One legendary waterfall has an access point behind the falls, another allows you to cross over it on a suspension bridge. Without further ado, check out our list of the best waterfalls in Canada. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 rated waterfalls in Canada, and just wait till you see the number one that we're going to be showing in this video, something you would never even have thought of, so make sure you watch till the end. Before we begin, you can help support our channel by becoming a member of this channel. Press the join button below, and this will help us to bring you more awesome travel videos. So now, if you're ready, let's cut to the chase. Number 10. Kakabeka Falls. Just west of Thunder Bay, Ontario, is the stunning Kakabeka Falls, tumbling 40 meters into a gorge in Kakabeka Falls Provincial Park. Dubbed Niagara of the North, Kakabeka Falls is the second highest waterfall in the province. Unlike Niagara Falls,
olha isso! Gente, aqui do lado tem tipo uma pontezinha mais fina. É para as pessoas caminharem? Porque imagina a vista num lugar desses.
However, these waterfalls feel much more natural and less touristy. With water cascading down and bouncing every which way, witnessing Kakabeka Falls in person is absolutely astounding. It's easy to access from the highway, so you can make a quick stop of it, but we recommend spending a couple of hours to really take it all in. For the best view of the falls, follow the boardwalk trail that winds around the upper part of the waterfall. The gorge below is an ecologically sensitive area that is constantly eroding, so avoid the temptation to wander to the bottom of the falls. It is expressly prohibited. Next up at 9, Della Falls. Brace yourself. British Columbia's Della Falls is the highest waterfall in Canada, with an astonishing 440-meter drop. Located on Vancouver Island, Della Falls is undoubtedly spectacular, but it's also tricky to get to. First things first, head to Strathcona Provincial Park and make your way to Great Central Lake. Next, you'll have to cross the lake. It's about 33 kilometers to the trailhead. You can either book a trip on a water taxi or propel yourself across by canoe or kayak. 33 kilometers! The former is easier, but the latter is cheaper, and there is a rack for storing canoes and kayaks by the trailhead. Ready to hike? Good. At 29 kilometers in length return, or more if you take a few side trips to enjoy the other attractions along the way, this is a trail geared towards experienced and adventurous hikers. It takes most people 3 days to complete the hike, so you'll need to plan ahead in terms of gear. Other than booking and paying for the water taxi, there are no reservations or permits needed to take this trip. Having said that, the prime time to visit the falls is in July. In midsummer, the glacial runoff is at an all-time high and the falls look their best. At 8, Athabasca
Gente, eu fico impressionada. Vocês têm muita sorte de morar no Canadá, porque tem lugares mais calmos, tem lugares para quem gosta de mais aventura. Realmente é impressionante. Eu acho que o Canadá é um lugar que você, para visitar, precisa de muitos anos de vida, sabe? Porque tem muitas coisas para fazer.
Falls. As you stand before Athabasca Falls in Jasper National Park, one thought is likely to come to mind. Where on earth does all that water come from? The volume of water spilling out of Athabasca Falls is mind-boggling and is largely what sets it apart from the other epic waterfalls on this list. At just 23 metres high, Athabasca Falls isn't the tallest waterfall by any stretch of the imagination, but the copious amount of water that continuously tumbles from the waterfall is unreal. While many other waterfalls slow to a trickle outside of spring, that's certainly not the case here. Thanks to the large Athabasca River, Athabasca Falls keeps flowing year-round. The falls can be accessed by way of a short trail that's just under 1 kilometre in length. The path is straightforward, it's paved and generally quite well maintained. The downside of Athabasca Falls' easy accessibility is that it tends to gather crowds in the summer months when tourist traffic is at a high. Come early or come in the off-season. At 7, Shannon Falls. Shannon Falls is just a short day trip from Vancouver and makes a nice stop if you're on your way to do some sightseeing in Whistler. There are 3 different ways to experience British Columbia's Shannon Falls. 3 levels, if you will.
Wow.
Level 1 involves marbling at the 335-metre high waterfall from the Sea to Sky Highway. If you're heading north from Vancouver to Whistler or beyond, keep your eyes on the right-hand side of the road to see Shannon Falls, just as you're getting close to Squamish. The second level requires you to pull over at Shannon Falls Provincial Park, which is literally right off the highway. Follow the boardwalk to view the falls from a little closer. There are some trails to wander and picnic tables by the falls. You simply cannot get views like this at any restaurant. For those who want to get an even better feel for the falls, try Level 3, the hike to Upper Shannon Falls. It's a heart-thumping climb, but you'll get to experience sections of the falls that are impossible to see from down below. Though the pools of water you'll encounter will look enticing, particularly if you've worked up a sweat, don't even think about going for a dip. It is extremely dangerous to get in, and sadly, fatalities have occurred in the past.
Caramba! Gente, agora eu estou em dúvida. No vídeo fala muito que dá pra ir em muitas cachoeiras, né? Que você pode avistar. Vocês costumam fazer isso? Tipo, vocês estão viajando, dirigindo e dá pra ver uma cachoeira? Realmente isso acontece? Me deixe saber aqui nos comentários, porque deve ser maravilhoso você poder dirigir e simplesmente ver uma cachoeira. Deve ser um sonho.
Next up, it's number 6, Montmorency Falls. Better known as the Chute Montmorency, Quebec's Montmorency Falls is so majestic that it has its own park, the Montmorency Falls Park. Wonder how they got that name. This 83-metre waterfall is fed by the Montmorency River, which drops off into the St. Lawrence River below. You couldn't ask for better access to these waterfalls. The park has developed awesome features to capture views from all angles. A wooden staircase follows the falls with several viewpoints along the way, while a suspension bridge spans the top of the waterfalls. You can also catch a cable car from the bottom of the waterfall all the way up to its crest. And how's this for cool? A via ferrata right by the falls allows you to get right up close and personal, as does a zip line that whizzes close enough to the water to feel the mist on your face. If you've ever wanted to interact with a waterfall, Montmorency Falls offers some seriously fun ways to do it. Next up at 5, Helm Falls. Tucked away in British Columbia's Caribou Mountains is one of the nation's most impressive waterfalls, Helm Falls. The water here spills over a hollowed-out cliff. Tucked away in British Columbia's Caribou Mountains is one of the nation's most...
Mas isso literalmente não parece real.
Impressive waterfalls, Helm Falls. The water here spills over a hollowed-out cliff. Though the falls look great in pictures, it's virtually impossible to capture the drama of the falls in 2D. It couldn't be easier to get to the falls from the main road, and there is a great viewing platform offering the perfect vantage point. You could also continue on to the 8-kilometre return rim trail to get another perspective of the falls. You can thank Arthur Wellesley Gray for giving you access to Helm Falls. Really? Who's Arthur? It's largely thanks to him that Wells Gray Provincial Park was created, primarily with the aim of protecting Helm Falls. Today, the falls, which are Canada's 4th highest, continue to be the most popular feature in the park. While spring is often the best season for waterfall viewing, winter is not a bad time to view Helm Falls. Phenomenal ice formations develop around the waterfall, creating an incredibly cool, unintended effect. It is quite something to see the water of the falls moving crazy fast, juxtaposed with the frozen ice cones surrounding it. Juxtaposed, huh?
Isso tudo é o que o Canadá oferece, que incrível!
Next up at 4, Takakkaw Falls. The tall, narrow Takakkaw Falls is a sight to behold. At over 300 metres high, this is the second tallest waterfall in all of Canada. This glacier-fed waterfall is one of the highlights in British Columbia's beautiful Yoho National Park. You can catch a glimpse of Takakkaw Falls from the winding road, but to truly experience them, you'll need to hop out of your car and follow a short paved trail. Follow your ears. The sound of the fall is impossible to miss. Before you know it, you'll be standing in the mist, likely with your mouth agape at the sight before you. Takakkaw Falls is best viewed in late spring, when the snow and glacier melts, pumping plenty of water down the falls.
Nossa, as imagens em um lugar desse deve ser perfeito.
And now at 3, careful, Pissing Mare Falls. True, the name might not paint the loveliest picture, but Pissing Mare Falls, also called Cascade Pissing Mare, is arguably one of the most picturesque waterfalls in the country. Even if the name doesn't ring a bell, you've probably seen these falls before in a photo of the iconic fjord at Western Brook Pond in Newfoundland's Grossmorn National Park. Part of what makes Pissing Mare Falls so spectacular, apart from its name, is its lush, rugged natural surroundings. Incidentally, those same features make it rather tricky to access. The easiest way to see them in the flesh is to book a boat ride through the fjord, though be mindful that boat tours are seasonal and subject to the weather cooperating. It's also worth noting that to get to the boat, you'll have to walk a good half hour along a well-maintained trail.
Gente, eu não sabia que vocês tinham fiordes, que incrível isso! Realmente eu não tinha ideia. A natureza de vocês é muito, muito rica. Inclusive aqui nesse vídeo dá pra ver várias cachoeiras, mas cada uma tem um aspecto e um visual tão diferente, sabe? Que enriquece muito tudo.
Since Pissing Mare is glacier-fed, it is best viewed in the spring. In the touristy summer season, the volume of water is not quite as impressive. Moving on to number 2, Virginia Falls. When it comes to epic Canadian waterfalls, Niagara Falls gets a lot of the fame and glory, but Virginia Falls is actually twice as tall. It also features the same impressive single-drop style of waterfall. It doesn't jump around or change direction. It's simply an impressive mass of water flowing straight over the edge. However, access to these falls is a little trickier. To get to Virginia Falls, you're going to have to head north, way north, to Nahanni National Park Reserve in the Northwest Territories. The best view of Virginia Falls is reserved for brave adventurers willing to paddle or raft the Nahanni River. That's the only way to get to the base of the falls, where you can truly appreciate its height. Not sure you're ready to commit to such an extreme adventure? You can also book a float plane tour to see the falls from the sky for an equally memorable journey. And finally, at number 1, you might have guessed it, Niagara Falls. You didn't think we'd make a list of Canada's best waterfalls without paying homage to Niagara Falls, did you? Niagara Falls is an international tourism destination, and there's a good reason it draws crowds. No matter how many times you've seen it in a picture or on video, it's impossible to capture the sheer volume of water without seeing it in person. Niagara Falls isn't the longest waterfall in Canada. At just over 50 metres high, it's not even close. but it is unbelievably wide.
Enorme.
What is commonly called Niagara Falls
Olha.
actually comprises 3 different waterfalls. The one that you see from the Canadian side is called Horseshoe Falls, which is 790 metres wide, with an average annual flow rate of 2,400 cubic metres per second. Niagara Falls is one heck of an experience. The town surrounding it is full of hotels, restaurants, touristy shops and cheesy attractions, but there are also some pretty cool ways of interacting with the
lugar que tem
falls.
tudo.
You can head down an elevator and through a tunnel to experience the falls from behind. You can catch some panoramic views of the falls via zip line, or you can catch a cruise tour to experience Niagara Falls from below. While none of these activities are free, and you're likely to drop a pretty penny on all the tourist attractions and experiences in the area, it doesn't cost anything to sit back and enjoy the falls from above. And there you have the top 10 rated waterfalls in Canada. Did you like what you saw? Not surprised at number 1, right?
Gente, que incrível! Eu não sabia que vocês tinham mais de 1000 cachoeiras. Isso é insano! Realmente o Canadá é muito rico, naturalmente falando, né? A natureza é muito vasta, a natureza de vocês. Eu fiquei impressionada porque, embora vocês tenham muitas cachoeiras, a riqueza da natureza de vocês faz tudo ser muito único, sabe? Tipo, cada cachoeira tem um aspecto muito único, a queda d'água é muito diferente, algumas são mais intensas, outras parecem uma teia, sabe? Um véu, é muito bonito mesmo. Vocês têm sorte por isso, porque nas imagens dá pra ver que muitos lugares têm um suporte turístico impressionante para ser visitado essas cachoeiras. Isso realmente é incrível. Eu sempre tenho visto nos vídeos aqui no Canadá como vocês têm muito estímulo, sabe? Para essa questão de turismo, de visitar a natureza. Realmente isso é fantástico. Aqui no Brasil nós temos muitas cachoeiras sim, mas a gente não tem esse turismo, essa coisa de explorar como vocês, sabe? Eu acho que a gente tem que melhorar muito e eu vejo vocês como inspiração nesse sentido. Mas bom, essa foi a minha reação. Eu espero que você tenha gostado desse vídeo. Se você gostou, considere se inscrever. Vou adorar ter você por aqui. E se você já foi inscrito, não esquece de ativar as notificações. Então é isso, obrigada por assistir esse vídeo e nos vemos na próxima reação. Tchau!